This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
So I've hacked Jimmy Kimmel's monologue for the upcoming Oscars, guys. And the first joke is, let's hear for Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper from Maestro, of course. You know, he studied Leonard Bernstein 6 years for this movie. 6 years. Which is about how long it takes to watch Killers of the Flower Moon. Am I right?
Oh my gosh.
Jimmy Kimmel, you've done it again.
It's going to be there.
Yeah, we know it. I have other jokes too, but that went perfect timing.
Oh, there we go.
Share them throughout, please.
Okay, deal.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zach.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last episode, our Oscar Snubs episode.
Yeah, there was a lot of suggestions that were made, but before we get to those, I just want to shout out Crew Dutler on Twitter/X, who did a poll about best barber scenes in movies, and it just made me happy.
Which one? Do we know?
I mean, only 2 people voted. So, and I voted for Paddington 2, the best film ever made. So,
Wow.
What can I say?
Sure.
But Allison Gall said, I got to go with my man crush, Adam Driver,
Yeah.
as a snub for both Best Supporting Actor in Black Klansman, as well as Best Performance by an actor, or Best Actor in Marriage Story. He'll get there. I think he'll get there. Valerie Ilguth says, Kent, I'm surprised you didn't mention Drive It Like You Stole It from Sing Street.
It was on my list.
I think we all
know
love
why
that
I didn't
song.
bring it up.
Shocked.
I know.
Shocked, I tell you.
I'm sorry.
And then Nicole D. Hale said 2. She called out 2. 1, James McAvoy in Split.
Yep.
Not getting it. And then John Goodman in 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mm-hmm. Which both are very good.
Totally.
It's, again, in a vacuum, you're like, why didn't they get it? And you kind of have to compare it. And sometimes you compare it and you go, I still don't get it.
Yeah.
So thank you for commenting. Thank you for playing along and suggesting snubs.
Yes. But that's not what we're talking about today.
Sort of.
What are we talking about today, Zach?
We're talking about the Oscars again. But the current one.
Everyone's favorite
Current
topic.
one. The 96th Academy Awards that will air live Sunday, March 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. I can't read that.
It sounds like a guess.
Yeah. I'm looking at it says 7E/4P. So 7 Eastern,
I've
4
never
Pacific.
understood that. Why did they do that?
I don't know.
So
either.
people know what time to watch the show, guys.
But why is it
Come on.
mountain on there?
People don't care about the mountains. Unless, I mean, remember when Brokeback didn't win? Snub.
Brokeback Mountain Standard Time?
Now,
Okay.
Is that what we wrote
It's a sequel,
for the Oscar
actually.
show?
but yes, listener, it is time once again for our Oscar predictions episode, which some of you are like, I'm not really into it, but you are into winning things, aren't you?
Oh, I like that.
That's why we give a little incentive on these episodes where we are doing an Oscar ballot competition. So if you go to baconsale.com and look up this episode, which will be our 2024 Oscar predictions episode, you will find a link that will lead you to a Google form. That Google form is a ballot. You will fill out that ballot before March 9th at 11:59 p.m. That's March 9th, 2024, mind you. Mm-hmm. And we will cut you off because no one is allowed to vote on Sunday, according to Sabbath law. And also because that's the day that
Baconsale law.
the Oscars air. But whoever gets closest, whoever gets the
you could
most...
set it for like noon if you wanted, but it's fine.
Sabbath law.
I don't understand Pacific and Eastern.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
What? And then whoever correctly predicts the most winners will win a $50 gift card
Booyah.
to their local movie theater. We will find out whatever movie theater is closest to you and try and get a gift card.
It's like
there.
a whole thing of popcorn.
That is.
Or a dune bucket.
Oh,
Could be that as well.
Scary
All right.
sandworm bucket.
Yeah, not good.
Yes. So go to baconsale.com, find that form, fill it out before midnight on March 9th, or, leading into March 10th, however, midnight, how that works. Go there.
So you
Time
go
math.
out. You're talking about how the listener may win something. All I care about is me winning something,
Okay, cool.
right?
Golden Corral. Was that what we did last year?
Is Golden Corral on the table?
Golden Statue, Golden Corral.
I think it has to.
Okay.
Golden Arches.
Wait, is this a one-person Golden Corral visit? That's
No,
real depressing.
Well, so far I've won the last 2 years, so if we win one more time, I'll take all 3 of you. Us.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you could win.
Vegas, not
because
Zach,
I'm not
Vegas.
inviting you.
Yes, because last year Zach won. He got 19 out of 23 correct. I came in second with 18 out of 23 correct. And Kent, you came in third with 14 out of 23 correct. Because Kent votes with his heart.
I do. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Which makes for better content on Baconsale, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to try again, and we'll see. We'll see if we get matchy-matchy this year.
Are you guys going Vegas odds?
I do my research where I pull a bunch of different sources and kind of tally up what the news is.
Uh-huh.
But
But you guys have been giving it an effort. There are 27 movies nominated for Best Picture. You guys have seen most of them.
no.
Come on.
I've seen 5 out of 10 this
7
year.
of the 10?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen 50%.
Yeah, so I am going strictly off of odds from not a sponsor. I'm not going to mention them, but a website. And I'm not going to have thoughts of my own.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I basically am the way.
I think I found that website, by the way, Zach.
There's several. I am the odds that you guys are playing. You guys are trying to basically beat me.
I hate how you phrase that.
Yeah.
But I'm in. I think I'm at a near advantage this year, maybe to tie you.
Wait, a near advantage? How?
A near advantage because my heart choice is also the brain choice.
Well,
You say that each year.
and we'll go through this.
Go back and listen to all the episodes. You say that each year.
I know there are some weird choices. Coda was a heart choice, and I think I went against it a couple of years ago. This time, there is a movie that I would choose for probably to win every single one of these, and it might.
Yes,
It
but
might.
these Oscars could very easily fall apart as we look through the various categories.
Yeah.
If one movie doesn't sweep, it's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But let's talk quick about some Academy Award facts.
Sure.
The Academy Awards, like I mentioned, are going to air on March 10th, 2024 this year, the 96th are. Jimmy Kimmel is going to host for the fourth time after doing it in 2017, 2018, and 2023.
Remember when they didn't have a host and it was fine?
Why have the ratings been going down since then? Weird.
They bumped up a little bit last year.
Don't do that.
A little bit.
Because
Okay.
everyone was wondering if anybody would get punched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of those things. But I want to point out Barbenheimer. You guys know Barbenheimer?
Oh, yeah.
Oppenheimer
Best friends.
and Barbie together.
Yeah.
Received a total of 21 nominations, 8 for Barbie and 13 for Oppenheimer. And the two
So,
films are competing against each other in 6 categories, including Best Picture. I should mention, Oppenheimer is leading the pack with 13 nominations, the most of any.
Okay.
Followed by Poor Things with 11, Killers of the Flower Moon with 10, Barbie with 8, and Maestro with 7. So those are like the
Maestro got 7.
7.
Okay.
7, I feel sorry for you nominations.
It will win one.
I hate that movie.
I know.
Save it. This will be the first year, by the way, that the diversity rules for Best Picture category became mandatory. This is when they started saying you have to have a certain amount of these people in your cast, in your crew, or in your
I
marketing.
don't understand how Oppenheimer got nominated then, because it took every white guy in Hollywood and Emily Blunt and put him in a movie.
Yeah. So, it's a weird thing that they've kind of said it's not just Best Picture, it's Best Picture that follows this very strict criteria.
Yeah.
Which is odd. Uh-huh. But let's talk about box office numbers, shall we? So,
I love this every year.
well, the total, I was going to say, there's only 2 quote-unquote bombs this year.
There's a big one.
There's a big one, but no. Killers of the Flower Moon had a budget of $200 million and it only made $157 million, but it was released on Apple TV+.
Sure. They don't care. They have money.
And then Maestro had a budget of about $80 million and it made $820,000. Big
And
bomb.
also went to
Netflix.
streaming right away.
Yes, but most of them did pretty well. The combined total of all the 10 Best Picture nominees is $2.75 billion.
That's just from Barbie,
What
right?
happens if you subtract 2 of those?
Barbenheimer goes away, $390 million.
That's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's less than a quarter.
It's kind of like last year, Top Gun Maverick is one of the nominees, and that was the reason that they had made money.
Yeah.
Take that away, nothing.
Yeah, but I was actually surprised by how big Barbenheimer, can't say it, really was. So there you go. Some quick facts about the Oscars. You'll sound a little more informed at your Oscar party that you show up to just for the snacks now.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, that's kind of this whole episode, right? We want you to be able to have conversation for the water cooler or that awkward moment on your Microsoft Teams meeting before everybody joins, where you can talk somewhat intelligently about movies that you haven't seen.
It's why I sign in late to those meetings. I hate it.
Is everybody here? Oh, we're just waiting on Kent. That you caused those conversations.
We will be
You're
giving
welcome.
all the information we can to you, the listener. And then it's up to you to decide if you want to follow our train of thought or if you want to blaze your own path.
right.
People have had success in both ways.
With that, we get to our first category.
And as we go into these, we will be reading the IMDb synopsis the first time we mention a movie. After that, we may just start making up our own synopses.
Wing it.
It's entirely possible. First, we have actress in a supporting role. First is Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer.
The story of American scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer and his role in the development of the atomic bomb.
Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple.
A woman faces many hardships in her life, but ultimately finds extraordinary strength and hope in the unbreakable bonds of sisterhood.
America Ferrera, Barbie.
Barbie and Ken are having the time of their lives in the colorful and seemingly perfect world of Barbieland. However, when they get a chance to go to the real world, they soon discover the joys and perils of living among humans.
Jodie Foster, Nyet.
Naiad.
The remarkable true story of athlete Diana Niet, who at the age of 60, with the help of her best friend and coach, commits to achieving her lifelong dream, a 110-mile open ocean swim from Cuba to Florida.
Why?
And the winner, Divine Joy Randolph, the Holdovers.
A cranky history teacher at a remote prep school is forced to remain on campus over the holidays with a grieving cook and a troubled student who has no place to go. Okay. So, Zach, he kind of pointed it out.
Everything I've seen is like she is. It's like a slam dunk.
Emily
Divine
Blunt
Joy
has
Randolph.
done well
Sure.
on the awards
Emily
circuit.
Blunt is the first woman from a Christopher Nolan movie to be nominated for an Oscar.
I think she might be the first woman in a Christopher Nolan movie.
And it's the first nomination she
All I
received.
remember is Suits.
And then you have Danielle Brooks, who received a Tony nomination for playing the same role of Sophia from The Color Purple on
Yeah.
Broadway.
Oh, that's cool.
And then she's also the second actress to be nominated for the role of Sophia in The Color Purple because Oprah Winfrey was the first.
And America Ferrera gave a speech and drove in a car commercial. Anyways,
The new Chevy Blazer EV.
the winner is Davine Joy Randolph. She will be the winner. It was a very heartbreaking performance.
Is it Davine or Divine?
It's Davine.
It's D-A-apostrophe-V-I-N-E.
Yeah, it's weird, but she will be the winner, hands down.
I've actually seen this movie, so we've all seen
Yes.
this movie.
Yeah.
It's a good performance, and I feel like you think it's going to be one thing, and it's not. Like you think she's going to be, oh, there's the sassy black lady or
Right.
whatever. No, it's
a grieving mother.
complex performance. And she has a kind of a low moment, and she's a welcome character in this weird little family thing they created.
Totally.
She's definitely one kind of a standout performance.
I think
in that
she's
movie.
for me the bright spot of the movie.
I was hoping maybe Jodie Foster might get a nod here because this is her 5th Oscar nomination, but it's her first in 29 years.
Yeah, she has a trophy. She's fine.
I think America Ferrera is good in Barbie. But much like what you said, Kent,
I like that part when she turned to the camera and lectured me specifically.
the Chevy
straight-
commercial ruins it for me.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Also, the movie's blocking is so bad that she doesn't have a lot to do for half the movie.
Greta Gerwig's not a good director.
That's true.
Oh, too bad.
Hold on.
But Davine, is that what we're calling
Yeah.
her? She won the BAFTA, which is
BAFTA.
the
You have to
British
say it, no.
Oscars. She won the Critics' Choice Award, the Golden Globes, and the Screen Actors Guild for that role.
Shoo-in.
We're all agreeing then?
For
That's it.
sure.
Okay. Matchy on the very first one.
Now we have actor in a supporting role. Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction.
A novelist who's fed up with the establishment profiting from black entertainment uses a pen name to write a book that propels him into the heart of the hypocrisy and madness he claims to disdain. Ooh, I like reading that. That was fun.
That's actually pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good, IMDb.
Recent father, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon.
When oil is discovered in 1920s Oklahoma under Osage Nation land, the Osage people are murdered one by one until the FBI steps in to unravel the mystery.
Robert, more than Tony Stark Downey Jr., Oppenheimer.
I am Henri Man. This is where we're getting to the weird stuff.
Already.
Yep.
Mine just said the movie about the inventor of the atomic bomb that wasn't a bomb.
Ryan Gosling, Barbie.
The movie about a girl's doll invented in the 1950s becomes the highest grossing movie of 2023.
Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things.
The incredible tale about the fantastical evolution of Bella Baxter, a young woman brought back to life by the brilliant and unorthodox scientist Dr. Godwin Baxter.
So this is one of those where, once again, there seemed to be a clear winner, at least in my research. Robert De Niro, actually, he had a bunch of nominations, but he didn't win any
It's
major
a
awards.
great performance by
It's
him.
his 8th acting nomination overall.
Yeah.
He's 5 previously coming for Best Actor.
Sterling Brown is really, really good in American Fiction. It's a movie that will be kind of overlooked, but he's quite fun. Mark Ruffalo, he plays a better role than he's probably done in 15 years for obvious reasons.
And he's been nominated for Best Supporting Actor 4
Yeah.
times. Robert Downey Jr. has been nominated 3 times for an Oscar.
And Gosling, they just invited to sing a song. So the winner is Robert Downey Jr.
yeah, I think we're all going to agree here, too.
Agree.
Yeah.
How cool
Robert
is
Downey
that?
Jr.
How
He won the
cool is
criti-
that?
he won
I would be because he did not win for Chaplin.
He did not.
So he has not won, right? He was one of our snubs.
Yeah.
He deserves one.
And he won the Critic Choice Award, the Golden Globes, the BAFTA, and the Screen Actors Guild. But the thing about it is, I just find it so interesting that it's like he did Tony Stark for decades,
11 years, yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Feels like, but he's doing that forever. No recognition whatsoever.
No.
The first role after he gets out of that, and it's like, there it is.
Doolittle would like a word. Yeah, truly.
I forgot about Doolittle.
I love the press tour with everyone that was involved in Oppenheimer. They call themselves the Oppen Homies.
Yeah,
Like they're all just bros.
No.
And Emily Blunt. I love it.
They're bros and Emily Blunt
Yeah.
and the fourth wheel John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Robert De Niro as Louis Strauss is one of those characters. I don't want to give anything away in case you haven't seen it yet, but
Cool character. Cool
he is
dynamic character.
Yeah, it's got some complexity.
It
to
does.
it,
Yeah.
I
which
like
didn't
I
expect.
like Robert Downey Jr. walking around going, guys, what were they talking about? What were they talking
Einstein?
about? Were you talking about me?
But then here's the other thing. You know how long it took me to recognize him in that role?
Well, I don't
Really?
know why people say this.
I'm
I
sitting
don't
there
get
I'm
it.
sitting watching. I'm like, yeah, who's that old man?
It's
Oh
easy-
my gosh, it's Robert Downey
It's
Jr.
easily him. What are you talking about?
I honestly saw old man first, and then it was old Robert Downey Jr. second.
This phenomena is my blue and gold or whatever, blue and black dress. Like people, you either don't recognize Robert Downey Jr. or you do.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Now we have writing original screenplay
This is not based on anything except for the mind of the creator.
from my mind. Anatomy of a Fall.
A woman is suspected of murder after her husband's death, and their partially sighted son faces a moral dilemma as the main witness.
The Holdovers.
How the Grinchy teacher saved Christmas.
Maestro.
This love story chronicles the lifelong relationship of conductor-composer Leonard Bernstein and actress, Felicia Montalegre Cohn Bernstein.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Love story.
May, December.
20 years after their notorious tabloid romance gripped the nation, a married couple buckles under pressure when an actress arrives to do research for a film about their past.
Kind of glosses over what's happening there.
Yeah.
It's a teacher that fell in love with her student.
I think the Academy glossed over this movie. Okay, go on.
Past Lives.
Aw.
Nora and Haesung, two deeply connected childhood friends, are arrested together,
I wish.
are arrested apart after Nora's family emigrates from South Korea. 20 years later, they are reunited for one fateful week as they confront notions of love and destiny.
I was talking about this movie after we watched it with my wife, and I couldn't remember the male character's name, so I just called him Han Solo.
Very close.
Oops.
There's a couple good stories that are told here, but I think the one that's going to win, according to my research, is Anatomy of a Fall.
Heart choice is past lives. Easily.
I liked Past Lives.
It's like.
Why'd you say like?
Wait, Zack.
Like I liked.
Is that more than like?
Can I convince
yeah.
you into LUV?
I might LUV it.
Okay.
I have thought about this movie so much, and it's
Agreed.
a great, thoughtful movie about what could or could not be in your life, and it gets you thinking about your own life. I think that this is, it's the jumps in time are well written. Past Lives is great. If you haven't seen it, please watch it.
But
But are you voting for that?
I'm going with brain. I'm going with head here. And it's
Anatomy of a Fall.
Guys, we can't match on every single one, or we
won't.
all have to go
I
golden crowd
promise
together.
we won't. Ooh, okay.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Anatomy of a Fall, to me, from a writing standpoint, there's legal family drama here. There's the legal drama, there's the family drama. When that's done well, it's so fascinating.
Well, because literally this person, the dad, falls off a balcony, and it's a question of whether he fell or whether he was pushed. And it's a courtroom drama,
Yeah.
but it's also this familiar drama.
There's a hammy attorney, but it's still somehow fits.
I hate the attorney
I know.
so much.
Of course you do.
I haven't seen this
but
one.
not in a good villain way.
Yeah,
in
I agree. No, he's hamming it up. It's too much.
But also like
Is he speaking German or French or English? Because they speak all
Actually,
three
French.
languages.
French.
Yeah, he's French in this
Oh,
one. Yeah.
there's 1% German in this movie. There's it's
But
not.
it's still there.
The main character is German, but she speaks English and French.
Yeah.
I do think that all of that put together and the way it flows, if it wins, it's certainly deserving.
It
So
will
we're
win.
all agreeing on that one, too.
Yes, we do.
Yes, Anatomy of a Fall.
I want to win.
But Past Life is good. Please watch it. Don't watch Maestro. Now we have writing adapted screenplay, American fiction.
Commissioner Gordon takes up screenwriting.
Because he was Commissioner Gordon
Yeah.
in
The Batman.
Is that which one's the Christian Bale? No, not Christian Bale. The Batman.
Yeah.
with
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Barbie.
What if Margot Robbie were a Barbie girl in a Barbie world?
Add patriarchy to every 10th word, get nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, we're both giving synopses. Okay,
I just gotta
see how it is.
When I have funny ones, or I think they're kind of like shocking, I'll add them in.
Oppenheimer.
Almost help me understand science.
Christopher Nolan convinces a bunch of famous actors to play real life people in a very long drama.
Poor Things.
What if Emma Stone were a Frankenstein girl in a Frankenstein world?
Zone of Interest.
Auschwitz commandant.
You stopped laughing real quick when that one came
why?
up.
Why? Auschwitz commandant Rudolf Hoss and his wife Hedwig strive to build a dream life for their family in a house and garden beside the camp.
Yep. Yeah, it's a story about a family who, the dad ran
of a
Auschwitz.
camp. Yep.
And they're just living outside in their normal life, and it's horrifying. Looking at this one, what do you guys think?
Okay, a lot of people will say Barbie because they tried to get the original screenplay for this one because essentially they're just taking a character.
Yeah.
The Oscars were like, no, the character's established. It's IP. You can't.
But in that vein, Maestro should have been an adapted screenplay because it's based on his life.
That's true, actually. as far as the script goes, I know we can like bully the movie a little bit, whatever. It did hit for a lot of people. And I think that Barbie did.
Not Maestro.
And it's very successful that way. But there's a movie that's 3 hours and it's all talking. And for me, it's all interesting. And that's Oppenheimer.
So it is interesting. I mean, just looking at this now. So American Fiction based on a novel. Oppenheimer based on the biography, on a novel. Poor Things based on a novel. Zone of Interest based on a novel. And then Barbie based on characters.
Yeah.
I agree. This is going to be Oppenheimer. I think it is a very well done adaptation in kind of what you said, Ken. It makes politics and science not boring.
Yeah.
And
that's
is
weird.
fascinating.
Yeah. And it shouldn't. Zach?
American Fiction.
Whoa.
You know what? There is a good chance of that.
Yep.
I did see buzz for that.
I
That
feel
was
like
in the top 3.
I feel like the screenplay Oscars are the ones where you get your get outs, right? It's like your up and coming your other movie.
Like Matt
we gotta
Damon
find a Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, that's what-
you got to find your. We want to recognize this, and so we're going to give you the writing one. You didn't make a good enough movie,
no.
but it's well written.
You might win that one.
So I'm going to go with American Fiction.
Okay, well done.
based on the novel Erasure.
Also,
which
what
has nothing to do with the band.
Also, what is American
Always.
Fiction about?
It's about a writer
Yeah.
It's going to
who
win.
writes a fake book.
It's about a writer, guys. It's a writing category.
Dang it.
And yeah, the industry, usually these categories are voted on by industry professionals,
Yep.
meaning these are going to be writers voting for this.
Yeah, it's going to win.
Cut it out.
Come on, guys.
This is where we start branching off.
Come on. You know, when I was looking up the odds and didn't have my own thoughts about it.
Good job.
Now we have visual effects, a.k.a. the movies you've heard of. First, The Creator.
Against a backdrop of a war between humans and robots with artificial intelligence, a former soldier finds the secret weapon, a robot in the form of a young child.
Godzilla -1.
Post-war Japan is at its lowest point when a new crisis emerges in the form of a giant monster, baptized, I love that, in the horrific power of the atomic bomb.
Oh, so it's a religious film.
Yeah, very much so.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3.
Still reeling from the loss of Gamora, Peter Quill rallies his team to defend the universe and one of their own, a mission that could mean the end of the Guardians if not successful.
The movie formerly known as Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
I'm so glad they just changed it to Dead Reckoning.
Did they? Officially?
Yes, officially.
Good.
Ethan Hunt and his IMF team must track down a dangerous weapon before it falls into the wrong hands.
Ooh, Mission Impossible got a nomination.
A couple.
Napoleon.
An epic that details the checkered rise and fall of the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte and his relentless journey to power through the prism of his addictive, volatile relationship with his wife, Josephine.
I really appreciate that you did that whole intro with your hand stuck in the vest of
Yes,
your shirt.
and I slouched down a bit, too.
Yes, of course.
I don't think there's a front runner here. You
This-
could say Guardians of the Galaxy because it's the most effects, right? They did a great job with tiny baby animals that are somehow cute and mutated, right? There are the most effects. It's a Marvel movie. But there are very deserving movies here, and that's why I'm saying, could Godzilla -1 with $15 million budget win?
Voting with your heart, Kent.
Because the Oscar voters appreciate it.
I think there is appreciation there because they did so much with so much less. I was like, okay, the $300 million Marvel movie looked good. Finally.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Why is Mission Impossible on this? Why is Mission Impossible on visual effects?
Because-
the only visual effect I remember from that movie, aside from the swirly AI screens, which don't even need to be visual, it could just be out there, was them erasing a ramp on a mountain.
I hate that so much because all of the marketing for this movie was like, look at this jump off of this ramp. And then you finally get to the movie. And I was like, is it going to be like an X Games event? And that's why
I'm
the
sorry.
ramp's there?
Because they
Terrible.
don't have stunts as a category, they nominated this for the run. The
visual
run is
effects.
epic. Tom Cruise's run on top of the airport is so cool. Okay.
Yo, the run is so good, though.
By the way, if anyone has seen The Creator, it's actually the deserving winner. No one's seen it, though.
I'm voting for the creator.
It's actually a great choice.
I'm voting for the creator because it's a sci-fi movie with a lot of holes in people's heads because they're robots. The robots.
they're
They have-
androids and all
they're
that kind of
androids.
stuff, yeah.
They don't have a back of their head there. But it was the big winner at the 22nd Visual Effects Society Awards, which shows that visual effects artists are liking that. So I'm putting my vote towards the creator.
I may change my vote.
Can't.
I can change my vote. I haven't told you
You
my vote.
absolutely can.
Zach, what are you going for?
The odds on this, for the record, are very, very close between The Creator and Godzilla -1, which is the favorite. And therefore, by my own rules, I have to go with it. So Godzilla -1.
Heart choice, Godzilla -1.
Okay, so I'm the odd man out here from the creator.
Oh, Golden Corral's on the line now.
They actually have really good visual effects at Golden Corral.
Yeah, they make the food look good.
No.
Like through the glass, they put like the AI thing over it. We're like, ooh, that meat looks good. You pull it out, it's like gray.
Our next category is sound.
Pew, 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 pew. That's the sound.
We have the creator,
iRobot, but we're rooting for the robots.
I said head like a hole.
Maestro,
Bradley Cooper plays an American conductor, composer, pianist, music educator, author, and humanitarian by putting on a fake nose and a wig.
Yeah, accurate.
try hard. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning.
Ethan Hunt takes on his most deadly villain yet, the Net.
Ooh, with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer,
A group of scientists sequester themselves at Los Alamos to possibly blow up the world.
Silent but deadly.
The Zone of Interest. Where are the jokes, guys? Where are the jokes?
Where are the jokes, Kent?
You ready?
No.
No, is he going to do it?
This family did not see the evils of war.
God.
You asked me to do it. You asked me to. And I had it written down, and I just like to please.
Mine just says a mundane movie in the foreground, but horrifying sights and
Here, I'll read it again.
sounds in the background.
This family did not see
I heard it the first
evils
time.
of war.
We got you. We got you.
I got more of these.
Please don't.
How many times is it nominated?
A few times.
Okay, so sound, I mean, it's sound effects here, but it's not just sound effects, it's also, like, because they combined the two of sound mixing and sound editing into just sound.
I feel like this is the third year we've said it. We can't say it anymore.
I know, we just got to go.
Last year.
We used to explain sound mixing and sound editing every
Up
year.
in the rafters explaining those
So
categories.
the biggest highlight, and that sounds weird, of the zone of interest.
We're here to educate Zach.
Is the sound, is the dissonant noise that you're getting the entire movie.
In the zone of
they
interest?
excel for zone of interest.
No, sound is one of the reasons that movie is so horrifying.
Totally.
Because you just hear things in the background the whole time. You're like, that's a.
By the way, if you're watching this movie as a background movie, you may not know what it's about.
No, you need to watch. This is a pay attention kind of movie. The zone of interest is.
And the odds are very close.
But the winner is Oppenheimer.
I agree. It is also Oppenheimer.
What they do
It is an
with the
audio
explosions
experience.
is
Heart choice, I would pick zone of interest.
Okay.
I honestly would, but the head choice says Oppenheimer.
And how they mix in, because we bounce around as we're going through the hearings and stuff. We bounce around a lot, and there's clever use of dialogue through that. And
I mean, even when he's looking in the puddles, and you're like, "Wait, am I hearing a bomb sound, or is that?"
Well,
just
they also
of
tend to
something
give
muted?
like this award should be called biggest sound because that's usually who they give the award to.
And that would be Oppenheimer,
It'd be
too.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
So
the odds are close, but Oppenheimer is the favorite.
okay.
I'm voting Oppenheimer. Our next category is music original score.
This is
score.
the background music.
Yes. American Fiction by Laura Kaplan.
A black author writes satirical books that everyone takes a little too seriously. And here's the score. The score sample. I listened to the entire
whole score?
The whole score, all hour and 45 minutes. But I did just go through and listen to the entire score of every one of these, and then I kind of picked out the one that best kind of showed an example of what it was.
vibe.
Yeah, the vibe.
Yeah.
So here we go. American Fiction. Little Monsters, Inc. Yeah.
I was getting Snoopy and Peanuts vibes.
A little bit, little jazzy.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it. So Bossa Nova.
Not yet. No. I like it, though.
I don't.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
This was a chill
I didn't enjoy
score.
it during the movie.
Hold on. This has got nominated for an Oscar. Cool. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny by John Williams.
Because of John Williams.
Okay, that makes sense.
Joel, you can play the score while I give the description.
Oh, okay. Because wait, are you saying this is going to be just a traditional John Williams score and that we should just listen to it and the background of whatever's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Archaeologist Indiana Jones races against time to retrieve a legendary artifact that can change the course of history. Why does that sound so cool with this music, though?
Because it's really good.
It's John Williams.
John Williams wrote like 2 really good songs.
Yeah.
And he keeps putting them out there.
This is, by the way,
And they're
John
so
Williams.
good.
This is John Williams' 54th nomination.
Yeah.
54 Oscar nominations.
It's like the Susan Lucci of composers.
That literally
That's the
sounded.
second Susie Lucci reference in 2 episodes, Kent.
I feel like everything, aside from like the main themes that he writes, sounds like the chase music from Attack of the Clones. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not mad. It's so good. Killers of the Flower Moon. Robbie Robertson.
I remember when this started in the movie, I was like, oh, this sounds different than I was expecting.
Yep.
I think it fits the setting.
It's great.
This is the one Native Americans strike oil, people start killing them, and then the FBI is created to investigate the murders.
Okay.
Robbie Robertson did sadly pass away before the movie came out, I believe, and the movie's dedicated to him. So, yeah.
I love the score.
Yeah, it sounds good. Oppenheimer. Ludwig Göransson.
More like Boppenheimer.
Oh.
Just threw that together.
I don't recommend listening to this while working because it gave me anxiety as I was trying to type because it gets faster.
Gets your brain going, though, a little bit.
Oh, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
And this is Ludwig Göransson. We've heard him before. At the
He's been
Oscars.
nominated a ton.
Yeah.
And Poor Things by Jerskin Fendrix.
Close enough.
Wow.
A little weird.
Oh, you found the one palatable song from the soundtrack.
I did like this one, actually.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of weird stuff happening in this score. Like, I think I told Ken, I said, it sounds like a cat is playing the helium balloon at one of the songs. So
you liked it.
that one, not as much. But there were some good vibes. I kept going, this kind of has that creepy kind of Halloween-y type feel to it that I enjoy. But
For me, it's between two. I just think the Killers of the Flower Moon score is so relevant to the movie.
yeah.
And I think it's perfect. It takes you along by the hand for a 3.5-hour movie. It's necessary.
Right, it's a very long-
But heart and head is Oppenheimer for me.
Both.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you, Kent. It's Oppenheimer here. I think the sound is very well done, but I think the music also just elevates it to that next level. And
Right.
Nolan does a great job of making music
And once again,
having music make you feel things.
It's a dialogue movie.
Yeah.
Why does the music need to be this epic? But it is.
Yeah.
Zach, what about you? What did the Vegas odds say?
Vegas odds say Oppenheimer. Killers of the Flower Moon is not too far behind.
Makes sense.
But Oppenheimer, it probably will be. This is what I referenced earlier, that if Oppenheimer doesn't do, the whole sweepy sweep thing,
What if it doesn't win anything?
We're in trouble.
What does Poor Things win everything?
it's happened
It
before.
could.
I remember the year when...
It could be the Shape of Water year.
Well, remember when Parasite... that year it started winning, and everyone went, "Oh, if this was bracketology, our brackets were all busted that year."
Truth.
Because Parasite did way better than anyone expected. Wow. So, little mid-show commentary.
Yeah.
Now we have live action short film.
These are the
Guys,
ones
stay awake. We're good.
These are the ones that actually define who wins.
We're just gonna zip through these because nobody sees these or cares.
But some of them look so fascinating.
They look fascinating, but we'll see if they are in a later pick and bit. The After.
In this intense short film, a grieving rideshare driver picks up a passenger who helps him confront the past.
Invincible.
Inspired by a true story, Invincible recounts the last 48 hours in the life of Marc-Antoine Bernier,
It's Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg.
a 14-year-old boy desperate on a desperate quest for freedom.
Night of Fortune.
The loss of a loved one, the grief, the risk of yellow skin, and a coffin that is too much for Carl to face. What?
That is like an abstract
What is
painting.
that description?
But actually, watching the
AI.
trailer, I watched a clip of this one, and I was like, okay, it's a grieving guy just trying to process it.
Red, White, and Blue.
Rachel, Brittany Snow, I like when they put the actress's name
Right.
there, to say, oh, we got a star, is a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. When an unexpected pregnancy threatens to unravel her already precarious financial position, she's forced to cross state lines in search of an abortion.
The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
Chronicles a variety of stories, but the main one follows Henry Sugar, who is able to see through objects and predict the future with the help of a book he stole.
And that was actually, it's a Wes Anderson
It is,
movie
yeah.
based on Roald Dahl.
And
a
Benedict
Roald Dahl short
Chalamet
story.
is in the movie.
He is.
So,
I personally think, looking at these, I've only seen half of one of them. I fell asleep. I was watching The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because it was actually visually entertaining. That is the one I think that's going to be the first win for Wes Anderson for an Oscar.
but Oscars love politics, right?
Oh, they love politics. But I
Right.
think this one, it's weird because they're telling a story to the audience while the story's happening behind them.
Yeah.
It's a very, maybe Wes Anderson's way to win an Oscar is to do a short film. Maybe that's what he should have been doing the
truly,
whole time.
he was kind of, a lot of people say he was ignored and snubbed for Asteroid City. I don't agree. And that was this year. And so I think his short film will win as well.
Okay. We both
Zach,
agree.
Joel, we've agreed on almost everything. Zach?
The odds say The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
Okay.
The second place in the odds is Night of Fortune.
Oh, okay.
Longest odds are
I
Invincible.
want to know what that, I want to know more about that
Yeah.
one.
And actually, frankly, the odds are pretty close between those two.
Yeah.
But the favorite is The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Now we have animated short film.
Once again, you probably haven't seen these, but they kind of look interesting.
Oftentimes, the animated shorts are beautifully animated. Some of the
some-
most creative animation.
very different
happens
types of animation.
in these categories worth watching. Letter to a Pig.
A Holocaust survivor reads a letter he wrote to the pig who saved his life. A young schoolgirl hears his testimony in class and sinks into a twisted dream where she confronts questions of identity, collective trauma, and the extremes of human nature.
95 Senses.
An ode to the body's five senses delivered by a man with little time left to enjoy them.
And that was actually made by Joshua Hess.
Oh,
I
really?
think so. That's the one.
Okay.
One of these is.
Cool.
Our Uniform.
An Iranian girl unfolds her school memories on the wrinkles and fabrics of her old uniform.
Pachyderm.
Like every summer, Louise stays at her grandparents' in the countryside for a few days during the holidays. It will snow at the height of summer, and a monster is going to die. What? Okay.
And, oh, geez. War is over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko.
At a World War I front, a carrier pigeon delivers messages between two soldiers playing a chess game, unaware they are on opposite sides. By the way, I did find out 95 Senses is directed by Jared Hess and Joshua Hess. So
Cool.
The maker of Napoleon Dynamite did that one.
I didn't know anything about these, so I chose what I believe is to be Vegas odds, and so I went with The Letter to a Pig.
I watched all the trailers. I watched actually trailers for all the short ones because I like getting a flavor of what they're about.
Yeah.
And I actually was leaning towards Letter to a Pig, but odds said War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko, which looked actually really cool. It looks like a cutscene from like King's Quest on the PS4.
Oh, okay.
It was
cool.
that type of animation.
Yeah.
But it looked really interesting. And so I was like, okay. I don't like the title, but it looks like it's going to be one win.
You took my gimmick. Done.
Yeah.
What's that?
Letter to a Pig.
Sorry. So that's your thing.
You did my thing. We all
I
know.
did the Zack.
Everybody knows. No, that's cool. Letter to a Pig. Now we have documentary short film.
This is the real people, real subjects, just short.
These are good watches, typically.
Usually, yeah.
The ABCs of book banning.
Reveals the voices of the impacted parties of books banned from school districts, inspiring hope for the future through the profound insights of inquisitive, youthful minds.
The Barber of Little Rock.
The Barber of Little Rock explores America's widening racial wealth gap through the story of Arlo Washington, a local barber whose visionary approach to a just economy can be found in the mission of People Trust, the nonprofit community bank he founded. That was a very dry description. That's not going to pull anyone in.
Island in Between.
S. Leo Chang reflects on his relationship with Taiwan, the United States, and China from the islands of Kinmen, just a few miles. Kinmen, just a few miles from mainland China.
The Last Repair Shop.
Tells the story of four unassuming heroes who ensure no student is deprived of the joy of music. It is also a reminder of how music can be the best medicine, stress reliever, and even an escape from poverty.
And, oh no, Nai Nai Weipo.
That's pretty good.
Nai Nai and Weipo.
Nai Nai and
It's two
Weipo.
different people.
A personal love letter from director Sean Wang to his Nai Nai and Waipo, a grandma super team that dances, stretches, and farts. That says farts.
It does, and
their sorrows away.
Yes.
I did see that in the trailer.
Yeah. When I was watching the trailers for these, Nai Nai and Waipo is definitely one I want to watch that.
Totally.
I want to watch that because these two old ladies are just so cute and funny.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does that
but-
potential to win, though?
No. Maybe they have potential. They all have potential. Actually, I'm not going to say mine first. You guys go.
Okay. I'm going with, because I'm not going to steal Zach's
I don't want Kim to
gimmick
change
this
his answer
time.
again.
Go for it.
But the ABCs of book banning.
Okay.
Yep.
There are very close odds between The Last Repair Shop and the ABCs of book banning, but the favorite is the ABCs of book banning.
That's funny because my research showed it was The Last Repair Shop.
Oh.
And in fact, it won this award at the Critics' Choice Documentary Awards already.
Yes.
So that's
I
a
did,
precursor.
depending on your betting website, it did go back and forth between these two, mostly because, frankly, nobody knows enough about these, and so they can't give confident odds.
Yeah, although you can find a lot of these on like YouTube or streaming services. I mean, not all of them are out there, but a lot of them are.
Our next category is documentary feature film.
The real stories, but longer.
First up is Bobby Wine, the people's president.
Follows Ugandan opposition leader, activist, and musical star Bobby Wine. He used his music to fight the regime led by Yoweri Museveni.
Yep. I like it.
The person who led the country for 35 years.
The Eternal Memory.
Augusto and Paulina have been together for 25 years. 8 years ago, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Both fear the day he no longer recognizes her.
Oh my gosh, this trailer got me,
Yeah.
guys.
4 Daughters.
Between light and darkness stands Olfa, a Tunisian woman and the mother of 4 daughters. One day, her 2 older daughters disappear. Filmmaker, why do I get all the names?
Yes.
Kauthar Ben Hanaya
It's not just me.
invites professional actresses to fill in their absence. So they actually hire actresses to play her daughters.
Wow.
To Kill a Tiger.
Ranjit, a farmer in India, takes on the fight of his life when he demands justice for an attack on his 13-year-old daughter.
And 20 Days in Mariupol.
As the Russian invasion begins, a team of Ukrainian journalists trapped in the besieged city of Mariupol struggle to continue their work documenting the war's atrocities.
And the winner is still a Michael J. Fox story.
Yes.
But
Not even nominated.
But other than
we should
that-
do an episode about snubs.
other than that, 20 Days in Mariupol. That is the winner. Clear winner.
I would agree with you there. 20 Days of Mariupol is the winner, according to what I saw. And the war in Ukraine is a very kind of sensitive and hot topic right now.
Yep.
So this would be the year it would get that award. And oh man, that one got me too. That was a heartbreaking trailer.
The odds are very much in this movie's favor. 20 Days in Mariupol.
Do you want to read the names that Joel read?
No,
Okay.
no, we're good. We'd like to take a break from our categories to
Briefly.
honor what has been lost this year.
Yes.
We are presenting the Baconsale. So sad.
Bring it down.
Yeah, down
Bring
here.
it down.
In memoriam.
Yeah, much like they do in the Oscars when they talk about those who have passed on. We are doing the same for the past year.
I'm already crying.
Kent, don't make the music too loud in this part.
Have I before?
There was one time. We just talk so soft.
I got excited.
soft.
So soft.
Sometimes I get excited about being so sad.
So sad.
Rest in peace, King the Conqueror. You were meant to be the next Thanos, but you got conquered by a bunch of ants and a felony charge. I guess it's not your Loki day. It looks like you'll never play in the majors.
Oh, wow. So bad.
Are my puns so bad or sad?
So bad.
Sad.
Rest in peace, Sony Spider-Man universe. You attached yourself firmly to the sinking ship that was the MCU, and now, after Morbius and Madam Web, you're being pulled down into the depths of apathy. And with great apathy comes no responsibility.
Oh, that's
So true.
I think it's a line from the movie. And
Could be.
that's
From a fortune
so
cookie.
sad.
In the Amazon. Researching spiders.
Right before she died. Whoa. So sad she died. I'm going to keep it on the superhero theme because
Please do.
I want them to die.
Oh,
Long?
No, that's sad.
It's sad when they die, and I smile. Rest in peace, the DCEU. I'm pretty sure I've said this for the past 4 years.
I think you have.
probably.
All we wanted was more time with Henry Cavill, but instead, Warner Brothers' shoddy leadership gave us a headless Superman cameo, 2 Ezra Millers, microwave babies, and Wonder Woman making wishes. At least we can be confident in the new DCU having united vision. Oh wait, Warner Brothers is being sold again.
So sad.
Sad.
So meh.
Yeah.
So meh.
Rest in peace, the childhood innocence of McDonaldland. Grimace was just a playful purple character when I was a child.
Oh no.
But after his birthday shake brought all the TikTokers to the yard this past summer, it was implied that Grimace was a stalker, a kidnapper, a murderer, and worse. And now I worry about the future birthday campaigns for the Hamburglar, Birdie the Early Bird, the McNugget Buddies, Mayor McCheese, and the Fry Kids.
What else did he steal?
McGurly Bird? That's a character?
You remember her? She's the bird with the...
That's her name?
I
never
the
knew her
goggles.
name.
I had a VHS of these characters.
But I remember they had a playground outside that had bars on the Hamburglar.
That was the Mayor McCheese.
Mayor McCheese. And they were burning hot.
They were very hot.
Ah, scars still.
So sad.
So sad.
So sad.
Rest in peace. Dollar menus.
Oh, that really
Should I
hurts.
just stop there?
No, this is actually sad.
I feel like I should stop there.
my wallet.
My cheap gluttonous soul used to smile at the inexpensive options of chicken soft tacos, McDoubles, and spicy chicken sandwiches.
Oh, dang it.
My heart has not yet processed the upcharge in processed food. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to remind you.
I'm mad.
So sad. So sad.
Rest in peace, my Star Trek blind spot. Now that I've finished both the original series and the next generation, I can finally speak intelligently about things like Kirk versus Picard, the Prime Directive, and why people have crushes on Riker and or Troy. What's that, Trekkies? There are other Star Trek series? Yes, I know, but Deep Space Nine can wait. I've decided to tackle another major TV blind spot first. MASH.
I have
So
I have a
sad.
crush on Riker and Troy.
You're not wrong.
Which one's the one with the beard?
They're both great. They both look good in a beard.
So confused. Rest in peace, Austin Butler's Elvis voice. You were born in Anaheim, California, but you couldn't help fall in love with a Mississippi drawl and make it your own, as if it was a venom symbiote that became your entire identity. Maybe a little less conversation will bring you back to your Californian roots.
It's like a turd in the Masters of the Wind.
No.
Rest in peace, black eye makeup manufacturers. with both Kiss and Panic at the Disco disbanding. It has an exclamation point.
Terrifying.
I'm sorry.
I might have been.
Panic at the Disco
memoriam.
disbanding last year. It's a sad day for those who love and supply guy liner and kitty makeup. Now it's all up to the juggalos to primarily bankroll the musical makeup industry.
Thank goodness for the Batman.
You sure chimed in there.
Yeah. So
Sad.
sad. No.
Guys.
Rest in peace. The incredibly memorable soundtrack of The Little Mermaid.
The live action one.
You once had perfection in your fins with part of your world, poor unfortunate souls, and Under the Sea. Now with your unnecessary and ugly flesh and blood remake, you forever tainted Ariel's legacy and our eardrums by asking us if we've heard the scuttlebutt.
You already said.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's good, but
No.
So sad.
No.
And finally for me, rest in peace. Big summer tentpole movies. With Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Fast X, The Little Mermaid, Transformer, Rise of the Beast, The Flash, Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, Blue Beetle, and The Marvels, all underperforming at the box office in 2023. And the biggest movie of this upcoming summer being Despicable Me 4? It's Goodbye Blockbuster and Hello Flopbuster.
Wow.
It's going the way of the blockbuster.
Ooh,
So deep.
So sad.
so sadly deep.
Rest in peace, Mutt Williams.
That's
Hold on.
actually true.
Rest in peace. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mutt Williams.
Oh, there we go. Spoilers.
True.
You lost your life in the Vietnam War, and it's clear that you deserved better. But at least you were killed off screen, which is much better than having your legacy killed on screen, like Disney did with your father.
Oh, why did it happen?
So sad, and that's all I got.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Back to it. Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Say goodbye.
All right.
All right,
You want to do
so-
some jumping jacks real
Yeah,
quick?
I think we can get happy
Oh,
now.
yeah. Come on, get happy. Our next category is production design. Our first movie is Barbie.
Made of plastic, it's fantastic.
I just said, how much pink should we use? All of it.
All of it.
All of it. More. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Greedy rich people start murdering rich Native Americans in order to get more rich.
Napoleon.
So you're telling me they made a movie about a short dead dude?
I have Walking Phoenix has some pretty small shoes to fill.
Oppenheimer.
A scientist grapples with the consequences of his creation.
They built this city on atom bombs.
Los Alamos.
Poor Things.
Takes place in Tim Burton's Pastel Nightmares.
Yeah. I just have a scientist grapples with the consequences of his creation.
I mean, yours are actually real synopses.
It's actually the same one for Oppenheimer. Get it?
Oh,
It's-
I
it's-
like
it's-
that.
That's the
Okay.
joke.
Wow.
He does the joke
That's-
within the
It
category.
That's
doesn't
the
work
joke.
if we trade off, but it worked on my paper.
It worked.
So there's two front runners, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if we want to go with how they pulled something right from people's childhoods, it's Barbie. Because you have the Barbie house, you have the Barbie car, you have Barbie Land.
Because this is the sets. Production is like sets on the look of it.
Everything is literally taken right from the toys. I mean, the fridge, the pool, everything. But if we're talking about something that is a character in the movie, I don't like the movie, but Poor Things setting, the environment is so lived in, it's so real, and it's part of the movie.
So you're choosing...
Poor Things.
Okay, I'll go opposite then because I'm choosing
Okay.
Barbie. Because I thought the same thing as I was looking at the odds, and they were neck and neck.
Okay, I'm
so
curious.
I kind of had to flip a coin here, and I'm going with Barbie only because I think it's one of the few awards Barbie's going to win.
Okay.
I guess I'll go with the Joel one because from where I found odds, it's a dead heat between Poor Things and Barbie. I have not seen Poor Things. I found myself going, Barbie can win for production design. Like it's win and music or song. But
The difference
this
is
going to be
Poor
we'll
Things
get
is
there.
constantly creative. Barbie has a few set pieces that are so cool.
yes,
Yeah.
it's clever. So I'm going to go with Barbie as well.
Okay, we are differing a little. I like it.
Slightly.
I like differing.
Oh, it looks like our next one is the tributary.
Brought to you by Suicide Squad.
Academy Award
Academy
winner.
Award winning Suicide Squad makeup and hairstyling. Our first movie is Golda.
Now, we haven't heard this one yet.
Nope.
Focuses on the intensely dramatic and high-stakes responsibilities and decisions that Golda Meir, also known as the Iron Lady of Israel, faced during the Yom Kippur War.
Okay.
I feel like that's not how do we pronounce that then.
Which one?
Just guessing.
Golda?
Just guessing. It's probably not right. Like Holda or something. Maestro.
Bradley Cooper knows a lot about music.
Oh,
I just have Leonard doesn't learn any lessons.
his conducting is so bad. Okay. Oppenheimer?
Private security clearance hearings have never been so dramatic.
Poor Things.
Is Willem Dafoe or Willem Defriend?
I said they made Emma Stone look weird and Willem Dafoe look normal.
Oh, well.
And Society of the Snow.
Ooh. The flight of a rugby team crashes on a glacier in the Andes. The few passengers who survive the crash find themselves in one of the world's toughest environments to survive.
It's very good.
Based on a true story.
Based on Alive, the 1992 movie.
Based on the true story that Alive was based on.
It's based on Alive.
So have you guys seen the trailer for, at least the trailer, or have you seen Golda?
No.
Because the trailer for Golda, I'm like, who's this actress? And it wasn't until like halfway through the trailer, I'm like, that's Helen Mirren. She looks completely different. Completely different.
I would say Poor Things, but I believe it's going to be Maestro. I think this will be the pity win, the one pity win for Maestro. And I don't think it's for the nose. I think it's more for the
growing older.
The hair, they
do
change.
a very good job of aging these characters.
Yeah.
No,
Carey Mulligan's aging is brilliant.
Agreed.
The Academy loves to give the award to people who start young and then get old.
Yep.
I don't know why. That's their favorite thing. Maybe because it's very difficult. Because once again, it's industry leaders or specialists who are voting here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a very difficult task. Whereas slapping some face putty on someone to make them look weird isn't.
Is it weird that when I was watching Maestro, there's a part where Bradley Cooper is supposed to be old, but he's not wearing pants and his legs look very young. And I was taken right out of the whole movie that I hated.
All right.
Watch that close.
But I'm going to go with Maestro here.
Okay.
I don't agree with it. I don't know why it should win, but everything seemed to point to Maestro.
I will go with Maestro as well because Vegas odds, but also I'm going with the Carey Mulligan effect. Like
Right.
her.
Do you wish it
her
didn't win
aging's really
anything?
good. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hated this movie so much.
Right.
I like Leonard Bernstein's music though. It's quite good. Our next category is costume design. Barbie,
You can brush her hair. Pink dresses everywhere.
Killers of the Flower Moon,
A compelling true crime story from the early 20th century.
Napoleon,
Waterloo. Couldn't escape if I wanted to.
That's literally my note.
I just saw Joel point at his computer with excitement. Dang it, we should have done a duet.
Oppenheimer,
The other half of the Barbenheimer craze of 2023.
I put Florence Pugh may have needed more of a costume.
No, can't. No.
and Poor Things.
This movie is better when you're stoned. Emma stoned.
Oh,
I put, what if Mary Shelley wrote trashy romance novels?
Yeah, accurate.
have you heard about the iPhone face effect on the internet?
No.
People are very, I don't know if upset is the word, but they get taken out of Oppenheimer because when you look at Florence Pugh's face, which is all you should be looking at when you're watching Oppenheimer, it just looks like she knows.
I watched it edited, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It just looks like she knows what an iPhone is. Like you can just
does.
She's
tell.
posing for the iPhone.
But if you look at Cillian Murphy, you're like, I believe that he doesn't know what an iPhone is. So that's my issue with Florence Pugh in Oppenheimer.
All right.
Commentary break. All right, back to it.
I'm choosing Barbie here. I think costume design is going to go to Barbie as well. I think the production design and costume design is what's going to get awards.
Do you
for that
think
movie.
for a variety of the Barbies? Is that what you're saying?
I think there's the contrast between the real world and the Barbie world, the iconic costumes that have now kind of infiltrated.
the accurate recreation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
for
something
sure.
I think that the costume designers will be like, I like that.
And every award show that Margot Robbie has gone to, she's worn a different
She's
Barbie
worn
dress.
one of the Barbie dresses,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Give it to her for that.
Yeah, she'll win. I mean, Barbie will win.
Very close odds, though, with Poor Things.
Yes,
Yeah, that
'cause
makes
Poor
sense.
Things is like this mix of like kind of Victorian and bizarre.
Yeah.
We could, this could be down to the vibe of the voters. I mean, this is really one that, we'll find out partway through. If they end up liking Poor Things, then
Poor Things is more of an Academy choice.
I think it depends though if the costume designers grew up playing with Barbies or dead animals, which one they're going to vote for.
Yeah, so right now, the odds are favoring Barbie. So I will go with that as well.
Okay.
Now we have international feature film. Oh, no.
You got this.
Io Capitano.
Molto bueno.
Si.
From Italy. A Homeric fairy tale that tells the adventurous journey of two young boys, Sedu, why do I get the names? Sedu and Mosa, who leave Dakar to reach Europe.
Perfect Days from Japan.
A janitor in Japan drives between jobs listening to rock music. Mine was hard to read too, Joel.
Shut up.
Society of the Snow from Spain.
Remember that 1993 movie Alive starring Ethan Hawke? It's like that, but in Spanish.
The Teacher's Lounge from Germany.
When one of her students is suspected of theft, teacher Carla Nowak decides to get to the bottom of the matter. Caught between her ideals and the school system, the consequences of her actions threaten to break her.
The one that's also nominated for Best Picture, The Zone of Interest from the UK.
The DLC for Schindler's List?
Stop it!
Did I say that?
You said it, not me. Jeez,
Wow.
Jeez, Joel.
No, 'cause it
that's
felt
an inappropriate
honestly-
joke.
It felt like the companion piece to Schindler's List. Like, if you watch those two back to back, you're going to have a really bad day. But you're going to get a
I'm
very...
not playing that game.
I just feel like if it's from the UK, it's not foreign enough.
But it's all in German. Like, that's
You're right,
the
though.
whole movie.
I
You're right,
understand, but if they're saying it's from the UK, it doesn't feel foreign enough.
Yeah. I think that because Zone of Interest is also in the running for Best Picture and Best Director, it's going to get the win here. And this is where it's going to be.
It's been a few years now where, you know, like you had Roma
Yeah.
and Parasite and all that. Like
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
you have the one foreign film that gets nominated for Best Picture, is like the guaranteed winner of this award.
I agree. It's going to win.
It is Zone of Interest. Next category is film editing. We have Anatomy of a Fall,
The sequel to an Anatomy of a Summer.
The Holdovers.
Nothing on that one.
Nothing.
What?
You guys missed my joke.
I don't get it. I've never seen it.
It's Anatomy of a Fall. It's too late.
The Holdovers.
A grouchy teacher babysits students who are left behind at Christmas.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Maybe needed to edit out an hour.
Oppenheimer.
Part politics, part science, all Nolan.
Poor Things.
What you buy at a thrift store. Poor Things. Thrift store.
Go back to the summer joke again.
Anatomy of a Fall is the sequel to Anatomy of a Summer.
Oh, it's a
there's
season.
season.
It's a
Of
season.
love.
I thought it was a movie I'd never seen.
Zach, what's Vegas saying on this one? Film editing.
Film editing, Oppenheimer.
Okay. Well,
Vegas odds are for Oppenheimer.
I'm agreeing with that as well. It's Oppenheimer.
I'm going Oppenheimer
It's
all the way.
interweaving of
Guys,
the
if we
two
keep
types
going
of
for Oppenheimer and it
stories.
doesn't go, if it starts at the beginning, it doesn't
I
win
know.
awards.
We're going to have like 4 wins.
So the next closest odds are for Anatomy of a Fall, by the way. Now we have animated feature film, The Boy and the Heron.
A young boy named Mahito, yearning for his mother, ventures into a world shared by the living and the dead. There, death comes to an end, and life finds new beginning.
Why did this one get a nomination? Elemental.
Pixar
This movie.
Say it. Read the synopsis. Give it its fair due.
follows Ember and Wade in a city where fire, water, earth, and air residents all live together.
Long ago, the four nations lived
There we go.
together.
Thank you. I was like,
Everything
someone
changed.
please.
Yeah, this movie's so bad. Okay. Nimona.
When a knight in a futuristic medieval world is framed for a crime he didn't commit, the only one who can help him prove his innocence is Nimona, a mischievous teen who happens to be a shape-shifting creature he's sworn to destroy.
Robot Dreams.
The adventures and misfortunes of Dog and Robot in New York City during the 1980s.
And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Miles Morales catapults across the multiverse where he encounters a team of spider people charged with protecting its very existence.
Should I stop you right there? Should I stop you before it ends?
Yes.
Okay,
But
that felt relevant.
Mid-sentence, let's stop this.
Yeah.
People didn't know. That's insane to me.
I believe the Vegas odds are Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse because what it does for animation is truly incredible.
But it already did that for animation in 2019.
it did more. It did a lot more.
You think?
Yes, I did. But it's not a full movie. I think the Academy voters know that as well, and I think they're going to give a legacy win to The Boy and the Heron.
Because this is Miyazaki's film, his first film.
He
in a long time.
said it was his final film, but it's actually not.
What?
But it's kind
He
of
lied to me.
I know it's kind of a Hall of Fame movie for him. I don't think it will win, but I think it. I don't know.
should?
I
Wait,
don't
so what are you
know.
picking
Do you
then?
think it could?
No, Boy and the Heron. That's my pick.
Boy and the Heron is your pick.
Yes, it is.
Heart pick.
Yeah.
I really think that there's some logic to that pick. As far as the odds go, they are very close. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is favored, but Boy and the Heron could take it.
Okay.
If you're actually putting money on it, put money on Boy and the Heron. Don't take betting advice from Baconsale.
No. Don't gamble, kids.
But I am going to go with Across the Spider-Verse.
As am I. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is going to be the winner here, according to all the research I did.
Now we have cinematography. El Conde by Edward Lockman.
After living 250 years in the world, Augusto Pinochet, who is not dead but an aged vampire, decides to die once and for all.
That one looked weird. Like,
Yeah.
why didn't that get any other
It's weird,
nominations?
yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon, Rodrigo Prieto.
Oklahoma murders go uninvestigated.
Maestro, Matthew Libatique.
A music conductor with some horrible conduct.
Oppenheimer,
Hold on. That just hit.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. What'd you say, Zach?
Oppenheimer, Hoyt van Hoytema.
It's rocket science, Einstein.
Poor Things, Robbie Ryan.
Filmed in a fishbowl.
Poor thing, poor thing. Every time I hear that title, I think of Sweeney Todd in that song.
Once again, every time Oppenheimer has been nominated, except for like maybe costuming, I pick it for the win.
Oh, costuming was not.
And
special?
Hoyt Van Hoytema, he has a history of winning at the Oscars as well. Very talented. I think this is going to take the win.
I think due to its use of IMAX cameras and the shifts between black and white and color,
Yeah.
the close-ups, the long shots, I think it's Oppenheimer to win this one.
That court scene, man, the celebration scene. Oof.
Ooh, that was
Yeah.
tough. But was that cinematography? Kind of cinematography and editing.
And what they capture just by his face.
Yeah.
More like
That's acting.
more like Oppenheimer. Am I right?
That's exactly what it is.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
But that's going to be the win is for you as
Yeah,
well?
for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Now, I believe for our next category. Why did I put the weird emphasis there? I believe for our next category we have clips.
More clips.
Okay, music, original song. First up, The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot.
This is the inspiring true story of Richard Montañez, who, as Frito-Lay janitor, disrupted the food industry by channeling his Mexican heritage, turned Flamin' Hot Cheetos from a snack into an iconic global pop culture phenomenon. Or did he?
You didn't.
I appreciate, though, that in the year of the corporate thriller, that one of them got nominated.
Yeah. Here's the song, by the way.
Nothing can hold you back. No one can kill your vibe.
I actually like this one.
Am I playing Dance Dance Revolution right now?
Seriously.
Got the fire.
This is like a low-level DDR song.
I like it, though. I like it. It's got a good vibe to it.
I'm Just Ken from Barbie.
'Cause I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be taken.
Ryan Gosling's abs do 70% of the acting.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Ryan Gosling had 2 Oscars for singing?
What was
Yeah.
for La La Land?
City of Stars.
Wow.
He won't, but it would be weird.
Yeah.
Can I admit I completely forgot this song? I really
What do
did.
you mean? This is like the runaway hit of the movie.
I don't know why. I haven't heard it that much.
Wow. Okay.
Too
So-
much pitch correction. It Never Went Away from American Symphony.
In this deeply intimate documentary, musician John Baptiste attempts to compose the symphony as his wife, writer Suleika Jayad, undergoes cancer treatment.
It never went away.
So this is a documentary. And I didn't realize that when I first started reading about it. And then I was like, oh, this is real?
Yeah.
And the song got a lot more weight to it when that happened.
Truly.
It really is beautiful.
It's a good song. I'm just sorry. Wajaji, a song for my people from
think you
Killers
got
of the
that
Flower Moon.
right.
I think I might have.
Oil, greed, murder, Scorsese, this song. I can see myself jamming to this as I'm on Spotify. So in the movie, this part, I was like, cool, this is actually really kind of cool to see this cultural phenomenon. The fact they got nominated for original song, and compared to the other ones, I was like,
I was waiting for the Kendrick Lamar hip hop to jump in.
When Peaches wasn't even nominated.
peaches, 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 peaches.
Whoa.
Travesty.
Whoa.
They could have had Ryan Gosling and Jack Black up on stage singing this year.
Yeah.
What
But seriously, that song, the song for my people, it's 6 minutes long and it's very repetitive.
Yeah.
And What Was I Made For from Barbie.
Taking a drive. I was an idea.
What if we did the Lego movie, but gave it a more heavy-handed message?
Turns out I'm not
Billy
just something.
No, seriously, my impression of
Here's
the song
your
is.
Man, I really didn't like where they took James Bond in this one. Like, I thought,
Yeah.
right? The same.
Same. She has her opportunity to win her second Oscar after having
No
won
Time to
for
Die.
Wow.
No Time to Die.
Yeah.
And guess what? She's gonna.
She is
because
going
this
to.
is the one they're gonna choose. Is I'm Just Ken the banger of the soundtrack?
It's going to get the biggest reaction at the Oscars when they perform it live.
100%. But they're going for the emotional pick, the song that's actually a song, and that is this song.
And people need to remember that the performance at the Oscars has absolutely no weight or bearing on
No,
the actual
truly.
voting.
It does
People
not.
think, oh, the performance was so much better on the other song. It doesn't matter. The votes are locked in days before.
But also thematically, the song does fit the movie very well. So
I think it does tap into the heart of the movie. It comes at a good place in the movie. And I love when you hear the original song in the movie.
Yeah.
I hate when they have, this was nominated because it was at the very, very end.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
the Lady Gaga song in Maverick.
The end
Like,
credits that no one watched.
barely there. Like, what are we talking about? So
Yeah.
the fact that it not only was in the movie it added to the scene, to the moment, and I think it's a pretty decent song. So
It actually is.
I would actually be better with this winning than when she won for James Bond.
Okay.
I think that wasn't.
But we're all
deserved.
agreeing it's
This
going to
one
be
is.
What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish?
Yes.
Either way, Barbie's going to win it, but it'll be What Was I Made For? All right, now we are into the big four. First, our actor in a leading role. We have Bradley Cooper from Maestro.
An American composer acts like a rock star.
Not even Bradley Cooper's best role this year. Rocket Raccoon.
That was a powerful performance.
He wasn't even in time when
Leonard
he was conducting.
Bernstein.
He was not even.
Quit hating the movie.
I hate it so much. Coleman Domingo from Rustin.
The only nomination for this one, so we
Yeah.
got to give the synopsis.
Activist Bayard Rustin faces racism and homophobia as he helps change the course of civil rights history by orchestrating the 1963 March on Washington.
Oh, 2 orchestra conductors.
Oh, yeah.
Orchestrating?
orchestra.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers.
A contact lens makes Paul Giamatti somehow look even more strange.
Christmas with the Crankies.
That's my next one!
Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer.
G.A. Robert finally shows his explosive personality.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Optimus Prime.
That's Megatron.
Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction.
Felix Leiter is on a secret mission to fool the gullible with his novel.
American fiction is a genre of books found at Barnes & Noble.
You know, Jeffrey Wright played Felix Leiter.
No, I knew that one.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, he was in the Batman. He was Felix Leiter. He was in the Batman.
Barnes and Noble.
The front runners for this one are Paul Giamatti, who has won quite a few awards, and Cillian Murphy.
I could definitely see a world where the Academy gives Paul Giamatti the win.
He
He
hasn't
won
won.
Best Actor at the Golden Globes
Yeah.
for Best Actor Comedy or Musical.
But we talked about it in snubs. Never
And
won
he,
an Oscar.
he also beat Cillian Murphy at the Critics' Choice Awards.
I think because he didn't win anything for Lady in the Water, they're finally going to give him his just
Lady in the
desserts.
Water.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Sideways.
I know.
Come on.
Well, and I'm going to give it to Cillian Murphy here. He led the pack, and I want to point this out. 8 of the last 13 Best Actor Oscars have gone to someone playing a real life figure. And I think Oppenheimer is the real life figure here.
Yeah, but even when the movie has won a lot in awards season, sometimes he hasn't. Sometimes he hasn't really been noticed.
This is his very first nomination.
but I want him to win.
This particular category, though, has real chances for upsets every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Except for Bradley Cooper. I want Cillian to win, and so I have to vote for him.
So we're both voting for Cillian
Yep.
Murphy. Zach?
I want Paul Giamatti to win. But I literally paused the movie while we were watching it, turned to my wife and said, I needed to make it very clear. I like Paul Giamatti very much. And I enjoyed him in this role a lot. But Cillian Murphy.
Pause the movie to tell your wife that?
I like him a lot.
Did she tell you to stop talking during movies?
She said, why?
You can't just let the movie play and say that?
Yeah.
No. That's why I watch movies.
That's a pausable comment?
It is sure not
That's
possible.
why I
content.
watch at home. Cillian Murphy, though, is the odds-on favorite, and so I will go with Cillian Murphy. Now we have actress in a leading role, Annette Bening. Yet.
Will she win? Niet.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon.
A smart woman somehow falls for a very ugly version of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sandra-
It's like there's a picture was Leonardo DiCaprio on Tinder, and then she met him.
Oh, swipe left.
Yeah.
Sandra Huller, Anatomy of a Fall.
Elle est coupable.
You know, Sandra Hüller is quickly becoming one of the great comedic actors of our time between Anatomy of a Fall and Zone of Interest.
Woof. Carrie Mulligan, Maestro.
A guy cheats on his wife a lot, and she's oddly okay with it.
Emma Stone, Poor Things.
Frankenstone.
Bella Baxter's a bad girl.
This is the divisive category that may change and break brackets. Mm-hmm. Because early on, Lily Gladstone had everyone's hearts. The role is a very muted role.
Yeah.
She gets plenty of screen time. It's
I
a 3.5 hour
was really
movie.
impressed with her.
And she was the front runner. But then Emma Stone just started winning everything. To an annoying point, I think.
But she's winning everything in the lesser awards, if I may say.
Is she? Okay.
If I may say so. I truly believe that Lily Gladstone's performance is the standout performance of Killers of the Flower Moon. Because she has, not only does she play kind of this unique type character, but she has a range she gets to play where it's like, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but basically she gets to act. She gets to have her fun with acting.
Right.
And I really appreciated that. Also, she is the first Indigenous American actress to be nominated for this award for Best Actress.
And it could be a reason to win.
It could be. Academy does
Truly.
like that kind of thing.
And
They like checking the boxes.
I really appreciate Annette Bening for Naiad.
Yeah.
I think that's just a nice tip of the cap.
And she's never won either.
Yeah, exactly.
Now there's Carey Mulligan. She's been nominated a lot.
I really like her.
Her time will come. I don't think this is now, but her time will come.
So what are you voting for?
Lily Gladstone.
The odds are barely favoring Lily Gladstone.
I am doing Lily
barely
Gladstone as well.
over.
So this
Emma
is one. This is
Stone.
one where it's going to be Emma Stone, and we're all going to be mad.
It's going to be Emma Stone probably. Or again, this is a category that come out of left field, and it could be
Sandra Hüller.
Yeah, Sandra Hüller. I don't know. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis won this last year, right? Or was that supporting?
Hot Dog
Supporting,
Fingers.
yeah.
Ugh. Now we have directing. That's the category. Directing.
just about directors. That's why they call it directing.
Justine Triet, Anatomy of a Fall.
Who done it?
A French film that makes an impact at the Oscars.
Oh,
Same thing.
I really like this movie. Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon.
A full season of TV without Netflix asking if you're still watching.
I said no one tells Marty Scorsese no. He'll make this movie as long as he wants.
Exactly.
Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer.
Nolan, go boom.
Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things.
His name was created in a random word generator. Right?
This is the
Quick,
lobster.
say Yorgos Lanthimos 10 times fast.
Yorgos Lanthimos. You go, oh, demons. One time.
He did the lobster, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized that.
Don't say that like it's a good thing.
Ugh. Jonathan Glazer, The Zone of Interest.
Don't zone out or you'll miss things. Oh no, Kid's got his bad pun smile.
Oh, no.
So it's the zone of interest, right? What's this about?
Oh, no.
Don't have too much high expectations.
No, that was too sloppy to be offensive.
Okay, good. Good. Baconsale.
Okay, so directing.
So, it's probably Nolan's year. I think he's far and away the favorite.
How could it not
He's only
be?
been nominated for Best Director once before this
That's-
for Dunkirk.
It's like they're picking on him. It's like the Oscars don't want him to win.
Martin Scorsese has 9 nominations, but only 1 win for The Departed.
What if Yorgos Lanthimos wins?
Well, then that's my question. What is it going to take for Nolan to not win this? How are these guys going to actually take the win?
If Poor Things has like full steam ahead and has been winning the award so far, I won't even count on Nolan winning. I'll just be like, whatever, I'm done watching. I'll be upset.
The fall of Oppenheimer will be known early on if
Yes.
it happens.
Yeah.
He can still win Best Picture.
He fully
but it won't win
deserves this.
director.
This may be like, and honestly, he deserves it for this movie. It's one of his masterpieces, but it could be like a legacy win for him for how he has not been recognized before. I'm not saying people even need an Oscar, but it's also silly in the celebration of film that they have not awarded Nolan anything. In fact, have slighted him many times.
So I'm saying Nolan.
Yeah.
I'm saying Nolan as well. I just
Okay.
wonder who can unseat him if it's possible.
Martin Scorsese could as a legacy.
Okay.
Yorgos Lanthimos would be that one random one where you're like, what?
Yeah.
He is far and away the favorite according to the odds that I found. With Poor Thing, Yorgos Lanthimos being kind of distant second.
Yeah.
So
Second place is first loser, Yorgos.
yeah,
Yeah.
No fear.
shake and bake. And finally, we have Best Picture, American Fiction,
Don't believe everything that you read. You get a parking violation and a maggot on your sleeve.
Anatomy of a Fall,
Splat.
Barbie,
Girl doll power.
The Holdovers,
National Lampoon's Christmas Staycation.
Killers of the Flower Moon,
Oily Leo.
I put Redacted Jacob Song.
Remember?
Callback.
Yeah.
That's a callback.
Redacted, Maestro,
Leonard Bernstein.
He puts the poser in composer.
Oppenheimer,
It's the bomb.
I just said boom. Getting shorter each time.
Past Lives,
Love with an expiration date.
A Korean movie based on the music of Garth Brooks. Remember the dance? Remember Unanswered Prayers?
I love this movie. Poor Things,
She's alive. Alive!
The Zone of Interest,
I wreck it. I don't love it.
No.
Why? I mean, come on.
I put Big Brother Nazi House because that's literally what they called it because they just put cameras up around the building and let the actors act themselves.
feels
They act
wrong.
that-
It
and
feels
during
wrong.
the production, that's
It
what they called
feels
it.
wrong.
That's what they called it. Okay.
Okay, Best Picture. This is our last one.
Yes.
We talked a lot about these movies. I talked about how much I'm voting for this movie every time it's nominated, and I think the clear winner is Oppenheimer. This is the movie of the year. I know Barbie is like the bigger success story, but I mean, this movie is made for, I think, about $100 million. And by that, I mean Oppenheimer with the cast it had, and it's a biopic about the guy who created a bomb. You shouldn't really like what's going on here, but somehow it's pulled off masterfully.
I liked Oppenheimer a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. I thought the runtime, I thought the politics bogged it down a bit.
Sure.
Is this a movie that one loves though?
That's what I was
I
going
think
to say.
that's what makes it
But
an Oscar
and
winner.
Zone of Interest,
I do,
really.
out of the ones I've seen, the 5 I've seen, Zone of Interest is probably the highest scoring because it affected me so much.
Yeah.
I got done and I just felt like just empty and sad.
Sure.
Because it just really tugs at your
Because
heartstrings.
you haven't seen Past Life.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
You'll like it.
Yeah. But I'm going with Oppenheimer. That is like the clear winner in my research I was doing. It already won at AFI, the Golden Globes, Critic Choice Awards, the BAFTAs, the SAG Awards, and the production PGAs, the Production Guild Awards as well. It's sweeping all the other awards. So if it doesn't win this one, I'll be surprised.
And as far as the odds go, Oppenheimer has got it by a wise. It's way ahead.
Which
Okay.
is weird because I wouldn't expect the Academy to be pushing this movie to the forefront.
I'll tell you what,
honestly.
I think this is a movie that is deserving of all its nominations, but it also is a very popular choice. So
It's been a while.
How rare? I mean, it's been 20 years
Yeah.
since this happened, where a movie that was deserving of Best Picture also made a ton of money.
What was that one?
Return of the King.
Oh, okay.
So I think for that reason alone, it honestly could lose in a lot of the categories and still get Best Picture.
Okay.
It could.
It's got Poor Things right there. Poor Things is the second choice here. It's in second place. It could turn into, like, if they have their Everything Everywhere All at Once brain on, Poor Things could take this. But it's for me, I think Oppenheimer makes sense with the way this year has gone in movies. Do you have any other thoughts about our Best Picture nominees?
I wish Past Lives was
there?
nominated for Best Director as well because it's her first film ever, and it's incredible. I freaking love the movie. It is my heart choice.
Yeah, it's
But
good.
There's no way it's winning this.
No, it's got very, very long odds. The only one longer is Maestro, which sucks.
Yeah.
So there we go. There are our predictions, but our predictions may not be correct, even though we've done all the research. You may have a chance as well. So don't forget to go to baconsale.com, look for the Oscar ballot, and fill it out before Sunday, this coming Sunday. By Saturday, you can still do it. But then you could have a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to your local movie theater and see some of these movies or none of these movies. It's up to you. But let us know on Instagram, let us know on Twitter, let us know on Facebook if you agree with our decisions or if you don't. Because we enjoy hearing from you on those social media platforms.
Now, before we go, we'd like to thank our patrons. So first, from the I'm the Listener category, we have, wow, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke, Scott Sprague, Taylor Sanderson, Some Guy, Sir and Madam Hicks, Shannon West, Ryan and Marley, Rocky and Steph, Lady Terry A. Finley, Juice, the Cooler King Swallow, Jennifer Kielkowski, Casey Cummings, Angela Plotz, Alicia Bass, Adam and Rachel, Rochelle, same thing, Crump, because Rochelle. And from the
that's
Bacon
a
Council,
callback.
we have the other Brit, Johnny English, the one, the only, Chris Anderson, Steven, everyone's favorite Ross, Star Wars expert Kyler, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Nicole Decale, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, Glow Clan Daniel, Debbie Foster, and Beaker.
Thank you, patrons. You are The War is Over, inspired by the music to our Of John and Yoko. It's a long title. It's
Yeah.
a cumbersome title.
I was going to say you're the poor to our things, but that feels rude.
A little bit.
Yeah, sorry. That's why I don't do this.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing at Quickwits. They perform at the Midvale Performing Arts Center and possibly a new venue soon. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Kenny3DD. You can read my movie reviews at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Please like that Facebook page and go to at Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. And when you've done that, go to tpublic.com/Baconsale and get yourself some merch. And then if you like what's going on here and you want to support us further, visit patreon.com/Baconsale, where you can get behind the scenes Bacon Bits, among other things. Support starts at just $3 a month. And we tried to keep a short Bacon Bit, and it didn't work. Happens every week.
We try. We just talk a lot.
Patreon.com/Baconsale.
So until next time, I found another leaked Jimmy Kimmel joke. Joke, quote unquote. There's been a lot of talk about Barbie being snubbed. Barbie, everybody. Barbie, come on, right? Personally, I think it's deserved. This makes up for all the times my sister snubbed me when I asked to play with their Barbies.
I'm going to snap you.
People don't care about the mountains. Remember when Brokeback didn't win? Snub.
Brokeback Mountain Standard Time.
Now, no one is allowed to vote on Sunday, according to Sabbath law.
So you
Time
go
math.
Kent votes with his heart.
Yeah. I think she might be the first woman in a Christopher Nolan movie.
I like that part
The
when
Chevy-
when she turned to the camera and lectured me specifically.
Guys, what were they talking about? What were they talking
Einstein?
about? Were you talking about me?
I can't say notorious.
Notorious.
No.
Notorious. Hold on, I'm going to do this whole thing in French. It sounds funnier. I'm glad I told you guys the joke before I started doing it. That's really going to help the comedy.
Love
here.
it.
Joel, I want you to say it this way.
Okay.
Say it with a French accent the whole time.
Exactly.
A la Lumiere.
Zach
from
got it.
Beauty and
Great
the Beast.
idea. Joel, take credit.
Joel, do that.
Jerks.
The $300 million Marvel movie looked good. Finally. Mariupol.
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 Oh, I got to emphasize that differently.
I mean, you're getting there. We would have caught on.
Yeah, but I want people to go, what?
Creepy. We got a poltergeist.
There's a part where Bradley Cooper is supposed to be old, but he's not wearing pants, and his legs look very young.
Oh, no. Kent's got his bad pun smile.
What was the joke?
Wait, do it again, Kent. We'll react.
No, it's not.
Do it again.
Kent, it's too late.
Do it again. We'll react.
I am not going to do that.
I was
again.
actually looking at me like, do I have a funny one for that? And I don't. Try it again.
Nope.
Do it again.
No, we already moved on.
No, we didn't. Zach, do it again.
We
I'm not going to do it.
We have to
Read the
react.
next one.